property market's going to crash. We have a huge housing crisis shortage in the UK. Since the turn of the century, we've gone up about 8 million people. Mortgage interest rates went through the roof. Recession came in. Cost of living, inflation. It's now a good time to invest in property. So welcome to Property Investing with Abi. If you haven't already, hit that bell and subscribe because so many of you are not subscribed yet and you're going to miss out on vital information to help you with your property journey. So today we're going to talk about, is now a good time to invest in property? This is the ultimate question everybody asks. And I'm going to take you back to when I started about 6 years ago. Things will always be happening in the market. Things will always happen in the outside world that's out of your control. And it's the question, when is the right time to buy property? My answer to that question is all of the time. Every single day you're not buying a property, you're not getting educated to do property investing, is a day wasted. So when I started property investing, I was on my own with 2 kids. So I had the biggest excuse why not to invest in property. I also had other factors going on. So we were going through Brexit at the time, and the newspapers were saying, oh my God, we're going to break from Europe, housing market's going to crash. It didn't. A little bit on from Brexit then, Nicola Sturgeon held a Scottish referendum, and then it was like, oh my God, Scotland's going to go and they're going to split from us and property prices are going to crash. It didn't. A little bit more further on then, we had COVID. I can remember so well in the April, and everyone's like, oh my God, don't invest in houses, it's going to crash. I was on the phone to the agent and I offered on a property that same day. And what has happened? The property prices have never crashed. They've gone up and up and up and up. And then you get to last year, 2022, what did we have? Mortgage interest rates went through the roof. Recession came in, cost of living, inflation. Everyone was like, don't invest in houses, don't do it, property market's gonna crash. The property market did not crash and everything is fine. And the properties I bought last year, my biggest ever property deal, nearly £1 million, and I bought that last March, and that has given me so much income from it. It's the best thing I ever did buying that. Whatever's going on in the world, you need to be aware, of course, but it shouldn't stop you. So what might stop you right now? You might be concerned about mortgage interest rates. Well, mortgage interest rates at the moment, at the time of this video, 3.5% Bank of England base rate. Historically, over the last 50 years, average interest rate is 9%. It's 3.5%. It's so cheap still. Why is that stopping people? The Bank of England have also said they're not going to go past 5.25% interest rate. Why? Because the government owns so much money. If they do that, they're going to bankrupt our own government, which they won't do. So your max interest rate you will have to contend with is 5.25%. The house that I grew up in as a little girl, my mum bought for about, I think she said £15,000, and they have a £7,000 mortgage. That little house that she bought 36 years ago sold for 240,000. The rent back then, 36 years ago, was £70 a month. The rent right now is $1,100. You might be concerned of cost of living crisis, inflation. Can people actually afford to rent houses? You don't need to worry about that. And I'm not saying it just because I think it. I'm telling you from backed up fact. We have a huge housing crisis shortage in the UK. The number of rentals has halved in the last 3 years because the government are clobbering landlords. All these anti-landlord taxes, so many landlords that aren't educated, aren't doing it as a business, have thought, sod this, I'm just gonna sell it, and have sold their properties, which means the amount of rental properties have halved. Our population is massively expanding. Since the turn of the century, we've gone up about 8 million people. And put then, the extra pressure then, the last 3 years, properties are being pulled from the rental sector. The last property I sent live for rent, we had too many applications. We had about something like 27 people wanting it. And it was heartbreaking have to upset 26 people that they couldn't have that property because we referenced them and we got them. So again, you don't need to worry about that. There's not enough rentals, loads of people wanting them. What happens? The prices go up. And I just put all my portfolio up by 10%. I did it in a great way. I'm not a wicked landlord. It was done in agreements with the tenants, but costs are going up and I need to protect my properties, look after them, so the rents will need to increase, like people understand. Third thing I'm going to tell you is there's huge wage inflation. Currys last year put wages up by 16%. President Biden in America, to stop their train strikes, their national railway strikes in America, increase their salaries by 24% and give them a $5,000 bonus. So there's huge wage inflation, so you don't need to worry about being able to rent it out, cost of living, or anything like that. So in summary, guys, there's no better time to invest in property. The only thing you need to be worried about is, do you know enough? If you're wanting to take the next step and you're wanting to get educated, come along to our 2-day seminar. And I can't tell you how good this 2-day is or why you should do it. Let's go over it. It's 2 full days with me and my team. We're going to take you through every property strategy, and we're going to help you build your wealth plan for 12 months. Now, this is either going to be 2 things you're going to do. You're going to come on the 2 days and go, this was absolutely amazing. I've got loads of knowledge. Yes, I'm going to be a property investor. Or you're going to come on the 2 days and go, actually, no, I don't want to do any of it. It's too much hard work. I'm just going to go off and carry on being in the system and doing whatever I'm doing. So it's £99 for 2 days, because you will find out how you can earn £1 million tax-free. Did you know that? How your pension doesn't have to die with you. How you can use other people's money to invest in property. How you can use limited companies, LLPs, and how you can be so tax efficient, and how you can get started straight away. So click the link below and get your ticket to our Wealth Through Property event, £99. You hate it, don't worry, we'll refund you, but take action. Be part of the 1%, do something different.